I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone.
Get you and keep you in my arms evermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on a faraway shore.
Out on the briny with the moon big and shiny, melting your heart of stone.
Honey, I'd love to get you on a slow
Ding ding hao just means you are really good. Ding ding hao. Okay, so this morning we will go to pay a visit in the Three Gorges Dam site. So first, I'd like to introduce myself. You can call me Annie. Annie is just a local guide, come from Three Gorges Dam site. So if you have questions or problems, you can come to Annie. And this is our bus driver, Mr. Wang. No, Wang means the king. So don't worry, he's the one of the excellent driver company. We are in second. Another side, we don't need to change the bus this morning. So if you want, you can remember our bus number. It will be easy. 571. 571. Another side. Where is Annie? Where is your bus? Another side. Right now, everybody already got your tickets. So keep it right now. We have about 10 minutes driving to the controlling center. It's the place we need to use your tickets over there. After the controlling center, we have about 8 minutes driving to the first stop. Right now, the construction is not finished yet. So the first stop, there is the model to show you something about the future. Another side, the model will be easy for you to catch some ideas about the Three Gorges Dam site. This is our first stop. After the model, we will go to the top of the mountain. So some people, maybe you need to do the morning exercise there. But we have another choice. We can go to take an escalator because we have about 300 steps. But don't worry about them. We have an escalator. It's good? So we can go to take the escalator. It will send you to the top of the mountain. The top is the good place for you to get a bird's eye view of the Three Gorges Dam site. The other side, you will came from upstream Chongqing, but right now you are already in the downstream of the dam. So the top is the only place you can find both up and down. You can find the water difference between the dam. It just to show you the changes in the Three Gorges. So that's the top. After that, we need working down, but not a long time, maybe about 4 to 5 minutes, and then escalator. The escalator never sends you down to the bottom of the mountain. So just over there, there's the platform. We can be the nearest point to see the ship log again. That's the ship log for your cruise last night. So maybe some people already got the pictures. So we have a chance to close it, get some details, get some pictures again. So after the platform, we have about 10 minutes work. We have one more platform behind. The next one is the nearest point for you to see the Three Gorges Dam. It's also the place where do we meet our bus again. So this is just arrangement for us this morning. Another site. I can introduce in English and Chinese. Which one do you want? Nobody want Chinese?
What is your Chinese name?
My family name is Liu. Liu. Yes, right. Okay, if you want more Chinese, you can come to me later or come to our driver, both okay. We have about 3 hours this morning. So maybe we will be back about 10:15 to 10:30. And so right now, I have a question. Where are we now? Where are we? China. Somewhere in China, that's right. Sandoping. That's right. There's a small town. We name it as Sandoping. It will be translated into English just means 40 kilogram rice per year. Yeah, that's where we now. It's also just to show you where is the Three Gorges Dam site. Because you can find all the people they are living on the mountain. So maybe they have some farmland, but nobody planted rice here. We have a really famous local products. One is the orange. One is the green tea. But nobody planted rice. So somebody have a joke. They only got a 40 kilogram rice per year. So that's the name. Another site. Where is the Three Gorges Dam site? On your left hand side, we can find them. Yeah, that's the dam. Three Gorges Dam. How many dams do we have?
One dam, 20
One.
meters long.
Only one. Yeah, because they were being built in the Three Gorges. So we name it as the Three Gorges Dam site. So in the construction, only one dam, only one. So that's the final dike, 2.3 kilometers long, 185 meters above the sea level. Another site, you can find the shiplock in the mountain. You can find big steps in the mountain. That's the shiplock for your cruise last night. Two-way, 5-step shiplock. Two-way just means one way up, one way down. 5 steps for rising up or drop down. You need about 3.5 hours to stay in the lock. Another side. Right now we are already in the downstream. So you can find the water level in the downstream of the dam. It's about 62 meters above the sea level. 62. You came from upstream Chongqing. So in the upstream of the dam, the water level is already rising up to 175 today. So we have a high water drop. The maximum water difference between the dam is 113 meters. If you want to go up, we need 5 steps rising up or 5 steps dropping down. So that's the lock for all the boats on the river right now. But in the near future, we will have another choice. But that one is not finished yet. So later we will go to the nearest point to find them again. And right now, we should go to the controlling center first. Since 2007, the government began to pay more attention to the safety of the Three Gorges Dam site. But it will be easy for you. Just like something you did in the airport. Put all your bags to go through X-ray machine, show them your tickets, that's enough. But we have something they are not allowed to take inside, such as their knife, and their beer, whiskey, red wine, and their weapons. Yeah, all those kind of things they are not allowed to take inside. Do you have those kind of things inside? No? Maybe that's the best. Another side, we don't have a long time to stay here, okay? Maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, that's enough. When we do the security check, our bus also do that. So please remember all your belongings. After the security check, you can follow me. We will go to take our bus again, okay? So on your right hand side, this is the living area for the workers. But right now it's not too busy. 95% of the construction they are already finished. So now we have only 1,000 people. They are still living on the right hand side. But after completed, nobody will stay here in the near future. So all the people, they can choose to go back to their hometown or move to the other construction. All those kind of buildings, maybe they will change into a hotel, restaurant, shopping mall for the tourists. So this means in the future you can get a holiday here. But the question is, when the construction they will be complete. Alright? When? Next year? Next year, yes, 2 months later. From the latest official news, the next part will be ready at the end of year 2015. So just maybe about 1.5 months. Yeah. Another side, when the construction they were started here. Some old schedule show you they were started here in the year 1992. Everything will be ready 2009. No, that's a mistake. So from the latest official news, in the year 1919, Dr. Xuan Sen began to promote to build it first. That's the first idea about the 3 Gorges Dam site. That's the beginning. But after that, we got a long-term research on the Yangtze River. Finally, in the year 1970, there was an old construction. They were studied on the Yangtze River first. Where is the old one? 40 kilometers downstream, at the end of the 3 gorges. So most people said, well, we built the old one because nobody have experience to build such a big construction. The old one maybe just do the experiment, do the test for the 3 Gorges Dam site. So after completed of the old one, in the year 1992, the government just agreed to build here. 1994, we were studied here. So construction lasted 1994 to 2015. So firstly, we were passed by a bridge. On the bridge, that's the nearest point for you to find the ship lock on your right hand side. If you want to get pictures, you can take your camera ready. This is the nearest point for you to find the lock again. The driver makes the one, he will try to slow down. In order you can get pictures inside. On right side. We got 5 steps each channel, right? So for each step, they are the same, 280 meters long, 34 meters wide. So maybe 4 to 6 boats, maybe cargoes, maybe passenger boats, maybe cruise ships, they can use the lock at the same time. And then 3 hours in the lock. 3 hours in the lock, and then go outside, up and down. So most people said it's a long time for us to go through it. So right now we have a lot of lock. That's
it's 5 locks, right?
Yeah, you already went through the lock, 5 lock. No, that's only 1 lock, 5 stages.
5 stages.
So right now we have another lock. That's the elevator on the dam. Elevator. So normally speaking, the elevator is not for people, the elevator for the boat. So in the future, the boat, they can take the elevator, go up or coming down in 30 minutes, that's enough. That's the ship elevator. The ship elevator. So most people said the elevator is not finished yet. So if you want to have a try, you can come back next year. They said the last part will be ready 2015, right? So maybe 2 months later, you can take the elevator up and down. But the elevator, there is the huge container. The container is only 120 meters long, 18 meters wide. So for your cruise, it's already bigger than that. So normally speaking, the elevator only for the smaller boat, which is less than 3,000 tons. So maybe for all the cruise ships, they need to choose 5 stages. Only the cargoes or the passenger boat, they can choose to take the elevator. So this is the first 2 ship locks. And then the second, power generation. Now you can find the power transmission lines. We use 500 kV transmission lines to send the power to the east of China, west of China, central China. Far Shanghai, far Chongqing, they are already in cover. Because right now, the biggest power station is already finished here. How many hydro turbines do we have? 32, right? So we can send the power to east of China, west of China, central China. So if you are traveling somewhere in China, you can get the power, which is come from 3 Gorges Dam site. So later, if you are in Shanghai, you can get it in Lanzhou in cover, Chongqing in cover. So this is the second. The third is the dam, 3 Gorges Dam. That's the most important for the construction. So don't worry, later we will show you more details about it. And right now, this is our first stop. We can see the model house on the left.
If water from upstream is higher than that means we got excess water. We could say water shooting through the spillway. That's the moment with the excess water. 18 of them imported from abroad, like from GE, from Siemens, from ABB, from Airstar. The rest made in China. It's already been installed there. A few years ago, all the turbines are running good their lives. And there is a building on the other end. They say shining with the green lights. That's going to be the elevator, the ship lift. The small boats will take you to the narrow channel, come this way, go through that. 40 minutes will be enough for them to go through. But it's still under the construction, not done yet. And so long as all the boats have to sail through the locks there on the other side, shining with the blue lights. One way up, the other way down, 5 locks on each. That's where you came from last night. And for that is free of charge for both to use the locks. But about elevator, we don't know yet. There is no any information. Will this one be charged for sure? Either for long. It's still under the construction. So maybe it's still early to talk about the money.
Only one choice, working upstairs, no elevator. Okay, so right now, please follow me. We're going to go to find where is the dam. Okay, and later we have a time for we can run the pictures. Since 2003, the dam ready, been built on the river. So since 2003, all the boat, they should use the ship lock. So at the beginning of the dam, the building is the elevator, ship elevator. But it's for the smaller boat. For your cruise, it's the 5 stages. Where is the 5 stages? On the other side of the mountain, on the other side. So later you can choose to go to the top to get a bird's eye view. The other side, now we can find the water difference between up and down. In the upstream of the dam, the water level is already reached the top, 175. In the downstream, 62. So right now the water difference is the maximum 113 meters. But you know, summer is the rainy season. So when the summer is coming, this means the flood. The flood will coming in the summer. It's very dangerous. So in the June, just in the June, we need to drop down the water level to 145 meters. So how to control the flood? Normally speaking, we need to prepare space, which is 30 meters high, 600 kilometers long. That's a huge space. And then in the July, September, October, when the flood is coming, we will use the space to contain them, and then open the spillway to cut the peak, to drop down the water level. So we can use the spillway to control the flood in the summer. So right now, we have about 15 million people. They will not be flooding every year. They were living in the downstream. So that's the main purpose. That's how can we control it in the summer.
只想找寻那一个他。蓝色裙子，白色月牙，坐在岸边唱到沙哑。玫瑰的刺，梅花的冷，只想等到一颗心呀。女人，那都是一朵花，还是迷途不要轻摘下。那突然热情，花开，看着你要珍惜它。
都一样，每个
那一年年变化，最后成天涯。
哦，这第一隻飲咗之後，喺度放咗魚。
That's west. Your boat on the south. Shanghai is east. Because the river took a big run. So you maybe miss the direction here. Another sign. Where are we now? Somewhere in China.
That's good.
That's a good answer, right? Okay, so at the beginning of the shipyard, we can find a bridge. We have two orange containers on the surface of the bridge. And most people always ask me, what's that? Normally speaking, the bridge with the container, they are just in case emergency. Because we have so many boats, they will use the lock at the same time. And maybe one day, one boat hit another. Maybe one hit another. Maybe we have some accident in the lock or some problems on the boat in the lock. So when we meet the problems, you can find the container. They will collect with the temporary gate. So the container, they will drive in the temporary gate to shut off the shipping lock, just to stop the traffic. And then we will deal with the problem inside. So the bridge with the container, we said they are just in case emergency. This is the first. The second, before we built the log here, this is the mountain use the beach. No water goes through it. The 20,000 soldiers, they cost 9 years to dig out the mountain to build it in the middle. So some people said the soldiers, they moved 18 mountains away. Finally, they got to the channel. So right now, this is the biggest man-made inland shipwreck in the world. On the river, that's the biggest. On the ocean, Panama is the biggest. So on the river, all the boats can use it. So there is the problem. When the middle of the mountain, there will be moved away. The pressure on both sides is not stable anymore. So how can we stabilize them? So last night, when you were in the log, you can find the black foundation on both sides of the channel. Not speaking, they are not granite again, they are concrete. Firstly, we put the rebars into the mountain on both sides, and then we pour in the concrete to stabilize them. So if you are stay in the log, you don't have a chance to find the granite foundation again. Concrete, stable the foundation here. So this is the second. And right now, this is the platform, only shipwreck. After this, we have one more platform that will be one on the other side of the mountain. You can see the ship elevator. You can see the surface of the dam over there. So right now, anybody who wants to stay here longer for the pictures? No? Nobody want the pictures?
我们讲你真的来，在这儿去看哈，20分钟啊，20分钟这个光。啊，大了，你们惨了，你们惨了。我怎么还看着说？我你看，我在换水，我在这拍了高，我这边来，拍了高。这个是吧？
我们既是天长地久，轻轻的依偎。
钱都没有，没有，我们那个都是比较多的，我们那个没发工的。
就是正好的就好。我想把它干1号的。
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Everybody here? Who is not here, put up your hand. Yeah, we are driving back now. If you want to stay here longer, you can be the tour guide. Yeah, you can be here every day you want. And now we have about 10 to 15 minutes to driving back. So if you still have some questions or problems, you can come to Annie. Because Annie and the driver, we're just a local guide, local driver. So we have a next few minutes to answer the question to every of you. Another site, and there's the information about the dam. Because just now, I heard about some people talking about the Three Gorges Dam. They are always talking about that's the biggest dam in the world.
That's not.
So that's the mistake. So actually speaking, Three Gorges Dam is not the biggest dam in the world. Not. Because in the Western countries, some people just talking about how long of the dam. Some people are talking about how high over the dam. So now who can tell me how long of the Three Gorges Dam?
2 kilometers.
Yeah, 2.3 kilometers. So for the Aswan Dam is the longer one. Aswan is more than 3 kilometers long. So Aswan is longer. For the Hoover Dam is higher, 220 meters high. So not speaking, Three Gorges Dam is not the biggest dam in the world. It's not. But with the power station, with the ship lock, with the ship elevator, that's the biggest construction site. We're sure about it. That's the biggest construction. So sometimes when you are talking about the dam, this is not the biggest dam. But we have the biggest power station, we got the biggest ship elevator, biggest inland ship lock, biggest construction site. That's right. So this is the first one. And then the second, it must be about the how much do we pay for to build the Three Gorges Dam site, and then the money, where do they come from? For the Hoover Dam, they cost about 49 million US dollar. So how much should we pay for this one? Huh? 100 billion. According to the latest official news, the construction cost 180 billion yuan, accounting for 30 billion US dollar. But they were being divided as two parts. The first part, for the construction, for the concrete, they take about 55% of totally. Another 45% for relocation, compensation built to the new city for 1.4 million people. So now maybe in the Three Gorges, you can find so many new cities, but only 90% of them, they are stay in the Three Gorges. About 10% move to the east coast line. So later when you are fly to Shanghai, maybe you can find some of them. They come from Three Gorges. They take about 45% of totally. Another side, the money, where do they come from? Tax from you. Yeah, most of the foreigners not just talking about, maybe for the Chinese government, they have a tax on the foreigners. Am I right? And we have a tax, but the tax is just from Chinese. Yeah, since 1992, there was a special tax on the electricity from all the Chinese family. We call it construction fund. So normally speaking, all the Chinese people, they were charged for it. This is the first. The second, when it got money from the bank, loan from the bank, is about 30 billion yuan, Chinese yuan from the bank. And then the third, we got the biggest power station, so we can get lots of money from power generation. Another site, for the old dam, which is 40 kilometers downstream, that's the biggest power station in China. So the old one, they were sending the power with the maximum transmission range, 500 kilometers. For the Three Gorges Dam site, they were sending the power with 1,000 kilometers far from here. So most of they were sent out. So we can get lots of money from power.